Hi, everybody. Welcome to Phil and Dave's Excellent Adventures. Phil's back. Today, we were talking about the movie Ticket to Paradise.
To
Can you
Paradise.
tell us a little bit about the movie, Phil?
Yeah, so the movie was about the parents were sorry, give me here. Um they were their young daughter was getting married.
Yes.
And that and they sorry, they did
All right.
I did that. So the parents, Julia Roberts and Doris Clooney, the two main actors and actresses who played in that movie. I thought that movie was awesome.
Yeah.
Would I see that again? Yes. At the end of the movie, but when we talk about it, it was a little funny.
Okay. Well, can we talk a little bit more about what you liked about the movie? You said you liked George Clooney and Julia Roberts?
Yes, I remember when they had that when her daughter was just when they were in college.
Yeah.
And her friend was with her.
Yeah.
And she said, "That's my daughter." Woo!
Yeah. At the beginning, that was fun. It was a good introduction.
And that was actually Julia Roberts who said that. Julia Roberts said that, like, "That's my girl. That's my girl." And George Clooney said, "Way to go."
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. Anything else? Were there any other actors you liked? What did you think about the daughters or the daughter?
Sorry, it was the door.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time? I got you that a little.
What did you think about the other actors, like maybe the daughter or the daughter's friend?
The daughter was so cool. I liked her.
What about her husband?
The husband was, and to be honest, he was kind of young.
Yeah, he did look pretty young, didn't he?
I mean, the parents were trying to ruin her wedding.
Yeah.
And that's the part that I didn't get. I mean, like how Julia Roberts stole the rings.
Yeah.
And someone put it in her purse, and then the daughter who was talking to George Clooney said, "I found the rings."
Yeah.
And he said, "No, really?"
Yeah.
And George Clooney said, like, "I knew it." And then Julia Roberts said, like, "Oh yeah, you knew that, did you?"
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was good. Yeah. Yeah. I think the idea was because they weren't happy with their marriage. They didn't want their daughter to get married because they were afraid she would be unhappy like they were, maybe.
Mm-hmm. And my favorite part with Julia Roberts and George Clooney was when he like has eye like this, like, "Oh yeah, there's only one cup." Doing.
Oh yeah, that's right. The beer pong.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. That was a good scene. That was a fun
That
scene.
was my favorite.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
And he said, and then the daughter like, I think I'm having an asteroid.
Yeah.
Like, what? Can you say something different than an asteroid? I mean,
yeah,
it was funny.
Yeah, it's good.
So what did you think of it?
Well, so what I liked about it, like you said, I like George Clooney and Julia Roberts. I think they were both good. I liked her friend, Ren. Her friend, Billie Lourd is the actress who played her. I thought she was good.
I thought so too.
Yeah, I liked your husband, G'day. That was Maxime Bouttier. It was his first movie. I thought he did a pretty good job. I liked his parents too. I thought his dad was really funny. I've seen him in other stuff. And I also liked Paul. He was Paul was Julia Roberts' like boyfriend who kept proposing to her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I don't want to cut you off there. But did you see that part? Did you see the part of Julia Roberts and Paul when they went into the house thing, and he got bit by a snake?
Oh yeah.
I was like, how can you get bit by a snake? And then he probably had like a nervous reaction to a snake and something like this. Like, you shouldn't have been in there. You shouldn't have been in there. But they went in.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, And then the other thing I really liked about it, it was cool to see the stuff about the Balinese culture because I didn't really know much about them. So like learning how they file down their teeth and like the different customs they have for marriage and everything. I thought that was really interesting. I always like to hear about like new cultures and stuff that I don't know about.
Oh wow.
And then as far as, do you want to tell me is there anything you didn't like about the movie?
To be honest, Dave, no.
Okay.
What about you?
Well, I think the daughter, Kaitlyn Dever was the actress's name. I didn't hate her. I didn't think she was terrible, but I feel like I didn't like her as much as I wanted to. I think she was okay, but I feel like maybe, I don't know. And
I kind of felt the same. I kind of felt the same thing too.
Yeah, like she wasn't bad. I didn't dislike her, but I don't know. And then I thought the movie was pretty predictable. I felt like I kind of knew what was going to happen. Like just seeing the trailers, I'm like, oh, so they used to be married, and then they're probably going to get back together at the end, and that's kind of what happened. Which is fine, but And then actually speaking about Paul, her boyfriend, I didn't really like the way they treated Paul because he seemed like a pretty nice guy.
He was
and,
nice.
Just bad things kept happening to him, and maybe he wasn't the right guy for her, but still, I didn't want to see the guy get bitten by a snake and then like get hurt and then get his heart broken multiple times. Like that for me was like a little much. Like I always feel bad for the other guy in these stories sometimes.
Well, he did say something. Would you like to like he was talking to what was her name, Julia Roberts, and he let down when he said, would you marry me or something like that, and she looked back at him and said, it's because what, it's not just the right time.
Yeah. Yep.
And I feel like that part would have to be devastating for her and for Paul. I think that was his name, I think. But that part actually, to be honest, I think that one probably caught me off guard there.
Yeah.
And because she was in the custody with George Clooney. I mean, like, look how they met. I mean, Julia Roberts and George Clooney are like one of the best two who played in that movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. And they've done a lot of movies together. They did all the Oceans movies and all that, and a couple other things. So yeah, I think they work well together.
Pretty Women.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about it?
Oh, at the end of the movie was my favorite part when they both got up and they were holding hands and they were holding hands.
Oh, when they jumped off the boat?
When they jumped off the boat was kind of cool. My mind was blowing. My mind was blown. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, there was like a bloopers thing at the end too. That was kind of funny.
And I thought that was funny too.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So other than that, I did look it up. It was directed by a guy named Al Parker. Before this, he did the Mamma Mia sequel that I forgot even happened.
I don't think I've ever seen that yet.
Yeah, me neither. And then I found this movie. Sorry, what's that?
I don't think I want to see that one.
Oh yeah, maybe. I'm not a big musical kind of guy.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And this movie, it's supposed to take place in Bali, but it was actually filmed in Australia. It was filmed in Queensland, which I thought was interesting.
It was.
Yeah. It was written by Al Parker and a guy named Daniel Pipski. This is his first writing credit, but he's done some producing and stuff. And this is George Clooney's first romantic comedy since One Fine Day in 1996. So he hasn't done a romantic comedy in a long time.
And to be honest, Dave, I love comedy movies. I like comedy and action movies.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm not as big a fan of romantic comedies, I think.
And me neither.
Like sometimes I like them. It depends. And I don't hate them, but it's not always my favorite. So can you give us a score for this movie?
Can I ask you what your score was going to be? Then I'll ask you a minus.
Oh, you want me to go first? Okay. I think the movie was fine. I didn't hate it, but I also didn't love it. I feel like I've seen romantic comedies that I liked better, like My Best Friend's Wedding or When Harry Met Sally or something like that. So I think my score for this is going to be a 5 out of 10. But don't let that influence you. Well, what do you think about it?
I was going to say 5 out of 9.
Okay, 5 out of 9. Okay, pretty good. Yeah.
Mom! Sorry.
That's okay.
My mother always likes to be part of this.
So, oh, yeah. That's okay. She's welcome. So, yeah, anything else you want to say about it?
My name is Philip.
My name is Dave.
And we nailed it.